Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pikes Peak National Cemetery. On behalf of our director and the entire staff here at Pikes Peak, we just want to offer our most sincere condolences for your loss today. So today we will have full military honors, which will include the firing of rifle volleys. They do look like they're a little bit far over there, but if you have sensitive hearing, that's still going to be quite loud. So we ask that you cover your ears during that part of the service if you do have sensitive hearing. We're also going to have the playing of taps today. And during taps, we ask all active duty and or prior military to please render a proper hand salute. And everyone else, please place your hand over your heart during that song. We're then going to have the folding and the presentation of the United States flag by the finest military in the world. Presentation of the Presidential Memorial Certificate. And then after that, we have a special honor today. The honor bell is here. They're only here twice a month, so you're very blessed to have them as well. So then we will have the honor bell, and then when they're finished, we're going to get in our vehicles and we're going to head over to the columbarium, witness the interment, and then you guys will finish your service after that is finished over there. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise for military honors. Ladies and gentlemen, please face the front. Family and friends, you may be seated. day. They gotta give us 60 days to get it there, but on average for these, it's about 30 days.
I see.
Okay.
Where do we, do you want to sit?
Do you want to have a seat?
Yeah, she can have a seat right there.
Maybe so. Okay.
Hi, Dad.
What's inside?
When you're done,
You do?
So ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our portion of our service today. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Do your portion of your service, whatever you want to do. If you ever have any questions or anything, you're more than welcome to step inside or just give us a call. And I do want to let each and every one of you know that you're more than welcome to visit every single day of the year from sunrise to sunset. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Anthony, come on up here.
So, one, I never really knew Grandpa, but he seemed like a good guy and a good person for the war. Anyone who's good for the war serves our country and serves our country and doesn't disrespect it and loves our country and wouldn't trade our country for anything else. And I just wanted to say that also. Famous last word down here.
There will be. It takes some agreement. Thank you, Anthony. That was really nice. So I wanted to say a couple of things for myself and for Robin as well. I want to thank everybody that's here for being here. And I know there was other people who would like to be here. And so thank everyone who was part of the life and times of my dad. So I'll start here. I wrote this down because I couldn't remember it all. So Grandpa Bill, Uncle Bill, Dad, Abbott. He was this to us and more than can be spoken. From any perspective, we all knew his easy way, his engaging nature. He was a good man. He was a cool guy. I think he would find peace in knowing that Robin's words are heard here today. I think she speaks for us all. First of all, she says, "Dear Abbotts, thank you for accepting me into your family." And her statement, if she really wanted to be read here, was, "Bill, you have given me the best years of my life, full of love, laughter, kindness, and adventure. I love you dearly. Hope to meet you again." That's Robin. And I think she speaks for us all. Thanks.
I got I'm too emotional. Break it down, tell a joke. I don't know any. All right, but anyway, what I'd like to say about Dad is he was, and always will be, my best friend. And he taught me so much about life. And he always had time to listen, and he gave thoughtful answers and advice. For example, not too long ago, I guess I was frustrated about not getting enough things done or something, you know. And he said, "Well, as long as you solve a problem every now and then, you're doing all right." And so I use that a lot, you know, when I'm feeling like I didn't get enough done. And then one time when I was kind of explaining to him, you know, I was trying to make a choice or decision about one or two or three other things, you know, and I was going over all the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the pros and cons, and went all through that. And he's listening, and he says, Zach, maybe your problem is you just think too much. I keep that close to my heart too, and I use it quite often. And just stop thinking. Just meditate. He was a kind and gentle man. You know, I was really grateful that I was there and watched him take his last breath. It was moving. It was sad. Satisfying. I hope I can live the rest of my life honoring him and being a son that he would be proud to have and proud to call his own. My father, my dad, my friend. Thanks.
Thank you, Zach.
Well, to me, he was Uncle Bill. And I grew up admiring this guy. You know, I don't know what it was about him. You know, maybe because he was the youngest, so I felt more of an affinity towards Bill than I did my other grumpy uncles. But he had this sense of adventure. I looked forward every time he came to Virginia to visit. I so looked forward to Bill, Jan, and my cousins, Zach, Kevin, and Jay, because it was just so much fun. I mean, I got to play with my cousins, but I got to play with Uncle Bill. I mean, he would engage the kids, his nephews and nieces, his own children, and he just had this sense that, you know, I want to be part of what you're a part of. And that just made me feel so good as a kid. Growing up, we kind of lost touch. But I made contact with him, oh boy, it was mid-2000s, I guess, and hadn't seen him for ages. The last time I saw him, he took me for a ride in a sailboat and insisted I get in the dinghy while he waited out pulling the raft so we could get in the boat and not get wet. It's like, whoa, what a guy. But reconnected with Bill, and it was like nothing ever happened. There was no time had passed. We picked right up where we left off. And he was so welcoming, him and Robin. And then I made a habit to visit more often. And, you know, we only lived, 8 to 10 hours away. But that wasn't nothing for us to go and visit Pensacola and visit Bill and Robin. We always had such a good time, just sitting around and chatting and just talking about things. And he let me know some things about my family that I wasn't aware of. He gave me a lot of insight. And when he was writing his memoir, you know, that opened the excerpts that I read, just gave me so much of a greater appreciation for what he was all about. So you lost your best friend and I lost my favorite uncle. Thank you.
So I'll say something.
Oh, not done.
And you it seems to be the case. So my name is Linda, and I am Eddie's life partner at this time. And I have learned, more than learned, I have experienced the love that is within this Abbott clan that is unlike so many others. You all have been so welcoming to me, to Paisley, but it's from the example that your dad has set, that Uncle Bill has set, that Grandpa has set, to embrace others, to make life richer. And meeting Bill and Robin at the time that we did, it brought me closer into genealogy, into family lines and traces. If you've been to any of these family reunions, you might have recalled a really long family tree that today sadly marks another notation in that tree. But along with the notation of his passing is the notation of who all is here, who all is invested in his life and to pay their respects. There will be a number of virtual sharings, I'm quite sure, of today. And I just want to thank you from a non-Abbott to thank you for including all of us, and to thank Bill for leading the charge and passing the torch to the next generation. So we will miss Bill, all of us, and we will miss Robin from the perspective of their union and their laughs and their fun times. So thank you for letting me say something.
And Robin is still there, so I just want to put that out. And I'll be heading down for my October pilgrimage. That's when I go every year. And I always told her and Dad, I said, I'm still coming down here. I don't care if I don't care when Dad's gone or not. Robin, I'm coming down. It's my thing. It's our thing. I mean, I've been going down there since I was young. I know my kids were down there. Your kids were down there. We were all down there, playing in the pool, on the beach, having food and fun.
Crabs.
It's not over.
Crabs, peach cobbler, breakfast from an armchair.
Yeah. 4-generation apple pie. Myself, my son, Dayton, and Grandpa Bill. We got pictures of that, making apple pie in the kitchen. And him giving instructions like we didn't know what they were. It brings to mind another thing, Zach, is he's with us in spirit.
Last time I went and seen him, he made breakfast for everybody in his armchair in his kitchen. And I was like, that's pretty damn smart. So, but he was just really accepting of Jenny and the kids. And Robin dragged him down to the pool so he could drink a beer with me. And then we were sitting there. He's like, why are we down here? This beer sucks. Let's go back inside.
He's like,
It was a Heineken. But he was, yeah, he spoke his mind. I really thought he was the coolest dude, sailor, and super interesting and fun to talk to. So he'll be missed. But I'll remember all those times. Good times.